What's good, YouTube? It's your girl, Miss Golden 83, and I am here to do a Heart's Desire reading for the sign of Capricorn. Okay, Capricorns, you guys are second in the zodiac lineup for group 2. Hopefully, you guys are doing well. Remember, you guys, these are general messages, not personal. So take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. Okay. Um, Sitting in your energy before I started, a particular phrase came to mind of a fear of repeating the past. Okay, a fear of repeating the past. And I want you guys, Capricorn Collective, to consider the reason why you may be fearful of repeating the past. And it could be because of the fact you need to question whether or not if your behavior has evolved from the past, okay? Because the only reason we are fearful of repeating the past is because of the fact that we either are or we have not evolved from the past, okay? So I want you guys to take that into consideration. If you are still, exuding the behavior that you did previously, whether it be a friendship or a relationship, as we do see Four of Wands coming out here in the middle. I'm going to reshuffle. I already shuffled the deck, but I'm going to reshuffle for you guys, okay? Because the energy is ever changing, okay? You have the King of Wands and the Four of Wands here, okay? So, if you've been playing around a little bit as far as kind of how they used to say in the day, sowing your oats around. If you've been doing that, then, be mindful. Here we are again. Now, King of Wands and Four of Wands still coming out. Okay, Capricorn energy. Okay. So, Capricorn, just ask yourself, are you evolving? Are you still exuding that energy? Here we are. Queen of Wands and King of Wands, okay? Possibly very fiery energy. Are you basing your relationships on sex, okay? If that be the case, and that's something that you did in the past, what are you doing differently? Or do you think it is time, as it should be time, for you to not exude sex as part of your energy for a relationship, okay? Such as, is your main reasoning for wanting to talk to someone sexual or physical based? Do you know anything about this person? Those are things that are attached to your past, okay? Your past behavior. So if you continue to do it, then you're doomed to repeat it, okay? So try and be very honest with yourself and objective to your own behavior and see if there's a way to fix it, okay? Because that may be the reason why your relationships have gone the way that they have, okay? So let's get into your reading. One from the top, which is your present energy. One from the bottom, which is your past energy. And then we're going to pull one energetically from the middle, which I think I'm geared towards this one here. And then we will look at the bottom of the deck to see the overall outcome. Now, remember, Capricorns, like I say every time at the beginning of my readings, because I don't want people to get hung up on every word in these readings, okay? Take what resonates and pass the rest to the next. If this main line is your main line, then the rest of the reading is not for you. You can turn it off and keep it moving, okay? If you make it to the end, I appreciate it, okay? So let's see what's going on in your reading, Capricorn. We have Four of Cups energy. This is kind of trailing behind Taurus, okay? Taurus had Four of Cups energy. However, it was over here in the future. Yours is in present, okay? Then in your past energy, we have the Death card, okay? Scorpio energy. Then in your future energy, we have Two of Cups, okay? Two of Cups. Like I said, You guys, heart's desire, you have to, this is a heart's desire reading. What is on your heart right now? Is it a relationship? Obviously with this Two of Cups. Now, it could be a platonic friendship or it could be a romantic relationship. Only you know, okay? But let's get into this present energy, okay? So, presently, Four of Cups energy. You are trying to figure out your emotions at this time, okay? Cups energy is emotions, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, okay? Um, the two palm trees, in my opinion, are somewhat significant in the sense of kind of a play on the two of wands. And the reason why I'm going with wands is because wands come from wood, and palm is, you know, part of that earth energy. Okay, so I'm going to say Two of Wands, and you're trying to possibly begin a new journey in your life. Okay, Page of Wands, one wand would denote just starting anew. Okay, whereas a Two of Wands energy is you're kind of getting some kind of footing. Okay, and so right now I think you're torn between where your footing is. You're trying to center yourself and where you want to begin. Okay, and there could be an offer on the table, but as you can see, that one cup is red. Okay, and it's something that's continuously on your mind. What that is, can't really tell you. Okay, I'm not getting a ping on it. Okay, but it could have something to do with, like I said at the beginning, of past behaviors and a fear of repeating them. Okay, so let's look at this Death card energy for your past. Okay, something obviously had to end in the past. Maybe it's not the Tower card, so it's not something abrupt that ended. Okay, but possibly a phase of your life that ended. Okay, it could have been a relationship, it could have been a friendship, could have been anything. Okay, but something had to end. A behavior trait, a behavioral trait had to end because it was possibly causing you troubles. Okay, and I think I've said this before in a reading in regards to like phases in love. Okay, we all had the phase of puppy love, and then from puppy love is like your real first love, and then the third one is really your soulmate type vibes, as they say, three times the charm. Okay, and so possibly whatever phase of your life, like I said, the player type energy had to end in the past for you to evolve into the person you are now. Okay, and maybe you're in reflection on what it is that you need to change. Okay, because future energy is a relationship type vibe. Okay, Two of Cups is usually talking about two people coming together. Now we have two women here with their arms intertwined. Okay, and they have like bun like hairstyles, but they're like bouncing balls between the buns on top of their heads. Now, if I want to really dig into this numerology here, it's 5. Okay, it promotes some form of change. Okay, and maybe you are looking for a current relationship to change from one thing to the next. Okay, maybe it's a friend that you now have feelings for. You're wondering if they, you know, reciprocate those feelings. But where did those feelings come from? Do they stem from lust, or do they stem from longevity and history between the two of you, and you would like to see it move to something else? Okay, so that's what I feel about this Two of Cups card. It promotes some kind of change in a relationship that is possibly on your mind. Okay, and if it can go there. All right, so let's see what the overall outcome is on this spread here. 9 of Wands. Okay, 9 of Wands. Okay, 9 of Wands is the overall outcome for Either you, Capricorn, you've possibly evolved in the sense of no longer dating friends, okay? People that you've been really close to, again, maybe you've realized that your behavior has stemmed from more physicality than anything instead of true like connection, okay? And so there's a block, okay? Nine of Wands is usually talking about blocking someone out, okay? And with the Mystic Mondays, it's a lot stronger, in my opinion, because regular writer's weight is usually somebody who's wounded. They have a bandage on their head, they've got the Nine of Wands, and they're kind of leaning on the one wand that they're holding. This Nine of Wands is more based on strength in the sense of you will not pass, okay? Whatever is being blocked is being blocked, okay? Now it could be this want or desire for you to be in a relationship with a friend, and they will block it, okay, as they do not have that type of interest in you. You may already know this, Capricorn, but the question is of whether or not if you're going to try to attempt to make this person change their mind, okay? So it could be, just a situation of and reflective of the past that being friends is better than trying to cross that line, okay? So let's get into your clarifiers, okay? Many energies on this Capricorn reading, in the sense, and like I've told you guys before, okay? You do have the Eight of Emotions and the Hierophant here, okay? Eight of Emotions would be the Eight of Cups. And so possibly someone knowing they need to walk away. And again, the question would be if you really want to, Capricorns, okay? And so I'm just going to shuffle for you guys real quick since I shuffled the first. I'm automatically going to shuffle your Oracle decks too. But whenever the energy calls for it, like I said, you have multiple energies on your reading, Capricorn, in the sense of people with Capricorn placements and possibly cross-watching, okay? So, and you could be, again, a little bit in your head right now, Capricorn, looking at all the, infinite possibilities and possible outcomes, or, just reviewing your connection, or, again, just about yourself and not so much about others, okay? Like I said, why are you interested in this person for that particular collective that may fit that category, okay? So I'm going to do one from the top for the Four of Cups, one from the bottom for the Death card, which is past energy, and then one energetically from the middle. I think I'm gonna go with this one here, which is for future energy. And then we'll look at the bottom of the deck in a moment for the Nine of Wands energy of the overall outcome, okay? So let's see what you have, Capricorns. You have the Knight of Inspiration, which is the Knight of Wands energy. Then we have the Two of Inspiration for the past energy, which I mentioned, which is Two of Wands. And then Seven of Inspiration, which is Seven of Wands. Lot of fire energy in your reading, Capricorns, okay? Fire energy is in reference to Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries, okay? You could either have any of those signs in your chart, or you could be dealing with someone with that particular sign. Doesn't have to be, it's just an honorable mention, okay? But you're very, somehow, Capricorns, you can be very sexually driven, okay? Kind of in correlation with Scorpios as well, okay? And a few others. But those two are standing out for me the most, okay? So let's get into this present energy, okay? Present energy, Four of Cups with the King, Knight of Inspiration, which is the Knight of Wands, okay? Knight of Wands is usually the player card. Okay, they're not as mature with their physical energy as a King of Wands is. Okay, very wild hearted. Okay, as you can see, with this horse being here and kind of like a fiery mane, if you will, and then the fireworks in the background. Okay, they're very spontaneous. Okay, and so I feel as though with that Four of Cups matching with this Knight of Wands energy that promotes you, Capricorn, or an energy that is around you, that someone's very spontaneous, um, mostly sexually geared, and you're either trying to evolve from that type of behavior, Capricorn, but someone keeps pulling you in. Okay, with maybe very flirty sexual innuendos, if you will, which can pose to be a little bit awkward for either you or for them. Okay, again, trying to touch everybody here because you got a lot of energy. All right, let's hit this past energy. Past energy with the Death card, with the Two of Wands, the Two of Inspiration, which I mentioned, kind of aiming me in that Four of Cups card, okay, in your main line. All right, so something had to end, okay, because you wanted to explore other options, either a relationship that was mostly geared towards sex and you were getting tired of it, Capricorns, and so you had to end things, okay, or vice versa. Maybe someone ended a relationship with you because you were doing too much flirting, such as if someone says, hey, I'm in a relationship, it's all fun and games, but I'm with someone, and you totally negate it in the sense of, well, what's that got to do with me? If y'all remember the song from back in the day, like, I got a man, I'm not trying to hear that, see. So that could be the energy that seems to just carry over, Capricorns, every now and again. Okay, and so right now, that is the vibe of this past energy, okay, is wanting to either know that you need to dead it, okay, because last year your energy wasn't so much geared towards sexuality, as far as physical connection with someone, but more so just wanting a relationship. And that kind of still plays in with this Two of Cups energy. However, I wanted you guys last year, and I still continue for you guys to want to really focus on what is most important to you right now, because you have other things going on, Capricorn, that deserve your attention, that's more important than than a connection. Okay, it's nothing wrong for that being a goal, but there has to be other things that come before this relationship, okay, which is finding yourself, really, evolving and centering yourself in a place where you can have a healthy relationship, because possibly in the past it was not. Okay, and so that still is my goal for you guys, Capricorn. And so I hope for some, the energy was good. So again, like I said, you could have cross-watching energy or people with Capricorn placements, and this reading may be more geared for them than Capricorn Sun. Okay, so wherever you can get in, Capricorn Suns, with your energy, if you are an evolved, and no shame to anyone else, but your energy better than anyone else. So wherever and whatever really resonates with you, take it and run with it. Okay, and so if this is energy that's already happened with you last year and you've evolved from it, because I did see a pickup from you guys, as far as your energies last year, after a few months of it kind of lingering on, and maybe coinciding with Libra energy and Leo's, your those three were kind of leaning in the relationship desire. Okay, and so that's why I'm in. Leo is a fire sign, Libra is an air sign. Okay, so again, just honorable mentions. You do with that what you will. All right, let's get to this future energy, which is Two of Cups with the Seven of Wands, okay? Somewhat of a feeling of having to defend yourself, or, you know, pushing things out of perspective, okay? Whatever's almost feeling like the walls are closing in, okay? And this is a future energy placement, okay? On this Two of Cups, like I said, a change of some sort, okay? When you have to consider this, Capricorns, all right? When you cross that line of friendship into a relationship, how much change will there be? Okay, I can't really determine that for you, okay? However, you have to look at the signs within your connection if it really poses for you to be in a relationship with this person and cross that line, okay? Unless someone blatantly comes out and says, I don't think it would be a good idea for us to date, okay? If someone comes out and says that, take heed to that, because there's probably something you don't know about this person that they haven't told you, okay? Or vice versa, okay? Some people who end up being friends end up getting into relationships with friends, end up finding out things that they really can't handle, and next thing you know, it's a block situation, okay? With this Nine of Wands, okay? Something ends up hurting the friendship, okay? So the Seven of Wands, which is usually someone being very defensive, okay? Being very defensive within the relationship, okay? Whether it be a friendship or a romantic situation, that's where it will possibly lead to. Now, it's decent enough to know that it's not a Five of Swords, not Five of Swords, sorry. It's not a Five of Swords energy, but Five of Wands, okay? Now, Five of Wands talks about conflict. This is more so the Seven of Wands is talking about defensiveness, okay? And with this card right here, she's got her arms stretched out with all this black around her, and it feels like someone, you know, feeling like they're being closed in and trying to get as much space as possible, okay? And so that might be what this change in this possible relationship will be, is space, because something is going to get found out that someone's not really wanting to deal with, okay? Can you say you can deal with someone's inner demons that they haven't dealt with themselves? That's why I suggest, you know, taking time apart, especially if you've ended a relationship and you're trying to hurry up and jump into another one before you've healed from your last one, okay? So let's see what's at the bottom of the deck to clarify this Nine of Wands. Awakening, okay? Awakening is very popular in these readings. Princess of Swords is underneath the Nine of Wands, okay? So that's this block situation. An awakening is realizing possibly that it was the wrong choice to even consider wanting to cross the line with someone, okay? And you're going to want some time, just the same as in Taurus's reading in regards to taking some time to really think about what it is that you want. You're in contemplation now, possibly in regards to what it is that you want and if this would be a good idea to do. And again, where does your feelings and your emotions come from for this person, okay? So be honest with yourself, and just a little bit of honesty goes a long way, okay? So a form of an awakening, if you've been seeing 10-10 a lot, Capricorns, then that is a sign of awakening for you, okay? And pay attention to when you do see 10-10. If you have like this thought, this epiphany moment, it was meant for it to happen at that time, and it was needed, okay? So pay attention to it. Don't ignore it, okay? Because that might be also what you're doing as well. You're blocking this awakening from happening, okay? Because you're seeing things only from one side, okay? And not all sides. So we're going to get into the final decision with this Heart Oracle deck. I'm going to shuffle by threes for you guys, Capricorns. And then we'll cut by three, and then we'll look at the bottom of the deck. to see what your message is, and then we'll go into the book and read the extra, okay? And so, by threes. And let's see what's at the bottom of the deck for Capricorn. Opportunity beckons, okay? Opportunity beckons. Again, this could be for a totally separate crew of Capricorns, okay? Get in where you fit in. So we have this infinity symbol with this person looking out over the edge in this kind of sphere with the infinity symbol on it, okay? For protecting your energy, okay? And it could be a sense of some form of fear, again, of repeating the past, okay? Like I had said at the beginning of your reading. But opportunity calls in a sense of new opportunities, as long as you evolve and pay attention to the signs that are being put in front of you, okay? Let's go ahead and get into this book so we can get some more messages for you, okay? Page 103, equaling out to 4, which still talks about protecting your energy, okay, and moving in a positive way towards new desires, okay? You do have Master up underneath number 15, equaling out to 6, needing to reevaluate and being mindful. There is a heart in a cage in between this person's hands, okay? I take that as master manipulation, okay? Be mindful, Capricorns, okay? Be very mindful. That's all I'm going to say. Because you're about to be super extended at this point, okay? So, opportunity beckons. Your keywords are boredom, delusion, disillusion, vigilance, and action, okay? Often in affairs of the heart, you may become complacent, even bored with what you have. You forget to see the magic of your interactions with others and fail to invest time and effort to maintain the human loving link. If you've been looking for a relationship for some time without success, you may become disillusioned or discouraged, no longer believing that a relationship will manifest. Your enthusiasm diminishes and you no longer provide the universe with the energy needed to produce the relationship. The same is true of struggling too long to improve an existing relationship. Now is not the time for complacency. Excuse me, Capricorns. This is your opportunity to attain what you've been seeking or to improve what you have. It requires vigilance, action, and enthusiasm. Excuse me, you guys. I'm going to take me a sip of some green tea. I don't know what's going on. My sinuses have been bothering me. Lift your spirits and look for the opportunity that will present itself. Then act. Okay? This is your opportunity to attain what you've been seeking or to improve what you have. It requires vigilance, action, and enthusiasm. Lift your spirits and look for the opportunity that will present itself. Then act. Okay? So Capricorns, again, what do you want presently out of your relationship with this person or people, period, or any kind of connection? Again, if you're sexually driven or only looking at physicality, that will be that's a main factor, okay? And you have to be willing to get to know someone other than just physically, okay? Anybody can come out here and have sex with somebody, but can you really say that you know someone, okay? I've said it in a tweet before. Just because you know of someone does not mean you know someone, okay? Someone could have a very dark side, high tempered, that you've never seen before. And to, see that for the first time, how will you react to it? Okay, will it turn you off? Will you deal with it? There's plenty of questions that need to be asked, okay? And as soon as that change happens, it's hard to turn back. You have to deal with it or block it out, okay? And then next thing you know, not only is the connection broken, but so is the friendship, okay? It's easy to fall in love with a friend just platonically, but to fall out of it is the hardest part, okay? So at the bottom of the deck for your power of surrender is surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Surrender to the beauty of the natural world. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there, okay? You are an earth sign, Capricorns. It's time for you to try to figure out a way to ground yourselves and really, especially if you're getting into meditations, things of that nature, okay? This green is kind of promoting me to, urge you guys to connect with your earthly being, if you will. I do have a candle by that name in my Etsy shop that could be used for meditation, along with a meditative oil of All Right, which has green aventurine in it, and some green tea. And so it could help promote you for that grounding and reconnection to the earth, as you are an earth sign, okay? And so I don't know why I feel this energy of like a goat grazing, because you guys, sign animal is a goat, okay? I'm not calling you guys by that, but just saying you guys graze a lot, okay? In a spiritual sense, okay? You graze and indulge on things. So kind of take a step back and indulge in the earth itself, okay? Not materialistic or physicality of nature, okay? So with that being said, Capricorns, that's really all that I have for you guys today. This is the last reading for you guys for a while, so until then, peace.